What's popping, everyone? Markus is coming back at you with another video. Today we're talking about product pricing. How do you go ahead and price your products, how much you need to multiply your product cost with, how you negotiate with suppliers, how you get cash back, and a lot of different types of things. So if you want to learn more about that, stay tuned. I'm going to jump into my computer where I got some different notes. So see ya. So back into my computer right here. So I got some notes about how that you go ahead and price your product. So what you want to do is you want to 3 or 4x the product cost from your AliExpress supplier. So you want to 3 to 4x the product cost. 4x is of course the better for your higher margins, but you maybe want to wait with 4x in your product cost so you find a winning product that you know works. So you might want to start out with 3x in it, and then as I've set right here, increase with $5. So when you find a winning product which works great, you can go ahead and then increase the product price with $5, and then find the sweet spot where you get a good conversion rate and a great product price for it. And you need to let the data speak for you, so try different price points for it. So you might increase it with maybe $15, that might be way too much of course, or $5 or $10 or something like that. So you want to let the data speak for you, how much the conversion rate drops when you increase your product price, so you can look at your ROAS or something like that. And it's very important for you to take account of all your expenses, because it's not only that the product cost which are going to be an expense for you. You have, like, you know, fees and Shopify fees, PayPal fees, Stripe fees, whatever types of payment service that you're using. You have your product cost, you have taxes as well, because in Denmark we have high taxes as well. That might be different from the States or another place around the globe, so you want to take that into account when you're product pricing. And perhaps your Shopify apps, which you have, maybe you have like an app specific for upsells for that product or something like that. So you want to take that into account as well for your margins and stuff like that. Another point I have here that you need to negotiate with your supplier. This will increase your margins a lot, because you can go ahead and maybe get even a 10% cash back or a 15% cash back if you like have a lot of orders and stuff like that. You get a good relationship with your supplier. It's all about getting a good relationship, so you can increase your margins, and so you can get like cashbacks like 10% or something like that. And I really recommend you to go ahead and install Avatar as a cashback system for both Oberlo or Dropify. That gives you between 6 and 10% as a cashback when you just order products, and then you can go ahead and negotiate yourself with your supplier. And it's especially efficient when you got a winning product, because then you could go ahead and lower your product cost, lower your expenses, and still then increase your margins a lot in that way. And you remember to calculate your expenses for shipping costs as well. So when you product pricing, let's say you are shipping with ePacket, that might be $2, $1.50, $3. It's a lot different from each supplier, and that's another whole video in itself, that how you find a great supplier. So I'm going to make that as well. But you need to take into account the shipping cost added to your product cost. So that way that you can go ahead and maybe find a supplier which has a bit higher product cost but a much lower e-packet, and you want to also negotiate the shipping cost with your supplier as well. But that's like maybe when you've already had some orders with the supplier, you can go ahead and negotiate with them, because you got some data that you can back up your proof with. So you can go ahead and say, okay, I've had like 100 orders, I'm expecting to get 500 next month. Which price can you give me, and can you give me any discount on the shipping cost, for example? So there's like 2 different ways you can go ahead and product price. Well, there's a lot of different ways, but with the shipping cost. One of them is that you can go ahead and take your product cost and add the shipping cost, and then multiply by 3 or 4 or whatever you want to do, and that's then going to be your product price. But then it's going to be like a lot higher, because you've added the shipping cost to the product cost. The way that I'm doing it mostly actually is that I take the product cost and multiply by 3, and then I just add the shipping cost afterwards on top. So let's say you got a product cost of $3, that's going to be $9, and then you got a shipping cost of 1.5, so that's going to be 10.50 for the price, and then I would probably price it at $10.99 or $9.99 even though, and then just take some of the losses from the shipping cost myself or something like that, you know, or $14.99 even. So that's how you play around with your product pricing. You try different price points. So I would really recommend that I set right here, I got it as a green one, that you should really do that one. That would work great. And well, of course you have higher margins than the other one, but if it's like a lower product, if you got a case which costs $1.5 and you got an e-packet cost of $2, then it's gonna be like a lot higher, instead of you just add the $1.5 on top after you've multiplied the product price. And then lastly is that you remember the product pricing isn't the most important thing, so you might play around with data points to get more sales, but if you really have an engaged winning product, then the product price won't be the #1 thing for them to convert. It will be a lot of other factors, but you need to, of course, look at your product pricing. You can go ahead and when you start out and testing products, I would really recommend you to only multiply it by 3, or like just so you break even with it with the ad spend. So in that way you can go ahead and get data for your pixel, and then when you get more data for your pixel, the Facebook can go out and then show your ad to more people which are more engaged with the product because it already knows it because of the data that you collected for your pixel, and then you can increase your product price. So well, to total and to sum it up, you really need to multiply by 3 or 4. I will start out with 3, multiply the product cost by 3, and then add the shipping cost afterwards. And then increase it by $5 or $2.99 or $3.99, whatever works for you, or $1 even at a time, until you hit that sweet spot where you get the best conversion ratio and the best margin. And then you just need to find the winning product and then do that afterwards, you know, increase by $5 or something like that. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about how to price your products, or if you have any problems with negotiating with AliExpress suppliers or anything about dropshipping at all, please leave a comment down below. Remember to hit the nice looking subscribe button to always be up to date with all of my videos, and the notification bell so you get notified each time I upload. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day.